Kareem Abdul Jabbar's list of individual and team accomplishments is as good as it gets. Rookie of the Year, member of 6 NBA championship teams, 6-time MVP, 2-time Finals MVP, 19-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, all-time leading scorer, and so much more. However, there's still a lot we don't know about this NBA icon, but not anymore. Here are 10 things you may not know about Kareem. Kareem Abdul Jabbar, then Lou Alcindor, began making his case for the greatest winner in basketball history as early as high school. He led the Power Memorial Academy to 3 straight New York City Catholic championships, during which the team went on a 71-game winning streak. The 63-64 team was named the #1 high school team of the century by National Sports Writers, and Alcindor finished his high school career as the New York City high school record holder in points with 2,067. Due to freshmen being ineligible to play until 1972, Alcindor was forced to sit out his first year at UCLA. He made his debut as a sophomore in 1966 and received national coverage after breaking UCLA's single-game scoring record at the time with 56 points. The Bruins beat USC 105-90. "My shooting was only adequate," he said after the game. "I could have done better, and my defense was poor too. I need to work on it." However, UCLA's head coach John Wooden didn't hide his admiration for the 19-year-old. "He was just awesome on offense," said Wooden. Little did he know, Lou was only getting started. Three NCAA championships and numerous individual awards later, Alcindor decided to go pro. He was picked first by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 1969 NBA draft after they won a coin toss with the Phoenix Suns. But despite that, the Bucks still weren't guaranteed to sign Lou, since he was also chosen first overall by the ABA's New York Nets. What followed was a bidding war between two teams, one in which the Nets believed they had the upper hand due to Alcindor's New York background. But after he told both organizations he would only sign with one of them, the Nets bid too low. The Bucks then offered him a $1.4 million contract, and New York countered with $3.25. But it was too late, as Lou had already made up his mind to go to Milwaukee. Before he joined the Bucks, the former UCLA superstar was persuaded to join the Harlem Globetrotters, one of the best basketball teams in the world at the time. Offered Alcindor $1 million to play for them, but he decided to decline the offer and take his talents to the NBA. 20 years later, he was added to the lineup as an honorary member, an accolade which recognizes an individual of extraordinary character and achievement who has made an everlasting mark on the world. In 1968, the year before he declared for the NBA draft, Alcindor stirred controversy when he boycotted the Olympic Games in an anti-racism protest. He also converted to Islam and privately changed his name to Kareem Abdul Jabbar, which decades later he described as a manifestation of his African history, culture, and beliefs. The day after he won his first NBA title in 1971, Lou publicly adopted his name, which means the Noble One, Servant of the Almighty. In a deal that reshapes the face and possibly the future of pro basketball, the Milwaukee Bucks traded Kareem Abdul Jabbar yesterday to the Los Angeles Lakers. This was New York Times reporting about Kareem's trade to the Lakers after his 6-year run with the Bucks. But if it were up to Jabbar, the reports would have been about him coming to New York, because LA wasn't Kareem's preferred destination, it was the Knicks. "I wanted to go to New York and play there. It's been a dream of mine since I first started playing basketball, to play for the Knickerbockers. The Lakers tried to make me feel at home, and New York, this just wasn't the case for them, so I don't think it's smart to go around people that really don't want you."
New York, that is my home, my family's there, but they wanted me here and they didn't really want me too much in New York, so here I am.
Bruce Lee and basketball? An awkward fit to say the least. But the connection is there, and it's called Kareem Abdul Jabbar. Not only did the two make a movie together called Game of Death, but Lee also mentored the NBA legend, laying the foundations for Jabbar's unprecedented longevity at the time. I first met Bruce when I was a student at UCLA, looking to continue my martial arts studies, which I started in New York City. We quickly developed a friendship as well as a student-teacher relationship. He taught me the discipline and spirituality of martial arts, which was greatly responsible for me being able to play competitively in the NBA for 20 years with very few injuries. In 1980, after Kareem's initial business manager died of cancer, the Lakers superstar was introduced to Tom Collins, an up-and-coming sports agent who also managed Lucius Allen and Ralph Sampson. Jabbar was earning $1 million at the time and needed help in managing his finances. Collins was in the right place at the right time, and the two started working together. A couple of years into their business relationship, Collins became increasingly quiet, sometimes going a month or more without communicating. Kareem ordered an independent audit of his finances and discovered he was $9 million in debt, thanks to things going south with Collins' real estate deal in 1984. Jabbar even discovered Collins didn't have any formal training in finances and decided to fire him. He later filed a $55 million lawsuit against his former business manager, charging him with mismanagement, negligence, and fraud. The suit settled in late 1989 and the terms of the deal were sealed. Over 3 decades after he retired from the NBA, Kareem came close to earning another accolade, a non-basketball one. He was nominated for an Emmy in the Outstanding Narrator category for his narration in the hour-long Black Patriots Heroes of the Revolution documentary. The Emmy went out to David Attenborough for his performance in 7 Worlds, One Planet, but the nomination alone is something not a lot of former athletes can brag about. In 2017, Kareem teamed up with seasoned screenwriter Anna Waterhouse for Mycroft Holmes, a book about the older and smarter brother of Sherlock Holmes. Since he began reading Sir Arthur Conan Doyle as a rookie with the Bucks, Kareem became a huge fan of the famous detective, and the fact he got to reinvent a small fraction of the story has to be at the top of Kareem's career accomplishments. For one of the greatest basketball players the world has ever seen, that speaks a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more basketball content.